This is my first full meeting as the president of the RBH, so excuse me if I'm a little bit from Anthony Roberts. I would like to acknowledge some of our VIPs. Obviously, John welcome. And we have, this is always a great venue and a great event, so thank you for that. Now, I need to acknowledge our level 1 members of Chief, which just for anyone who missed it, I'd like to acknowledge John Alexander, member for Billabong.
Yeah!
Is Kathleen here from Resnick Whitney?
She's not, but there are still stores available and still sponsorship opportunities.
President Chamber, or Chamber of the President, Resident of the Chamber, Stefan Soy. I always get confused when Stefan's around.
It's great. Well, this is my first week co-hosting with you as president.
Well, there you
So
go.
there you go.
I'd like to thank you for being so transparent. Does that mean we can see both sets of books as well? And our brown paper bags, the whole works.
Listen, you're giving too much
And the
away.
reason why you got your throat slashed?
Just kidding. No, I've only got a couple of things in it, but it's going to be very much more of a consolidated arrangement between all the chambers, which is really exciting to hear about. And one tiny little announcement was right community aid. So that's it for me, but we're looking forward to a huge Christmas party and see you on the 19th at Bradley.
Start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and paying my respects to elders both past and present. And obviously thank you to Royal Rehab for hosting us here tonight. It is fantastic to have a facility like yours here in the City of Ryde. It's been the hot topic for local government over the past 12 months, but it's really sort of come to a head in the last few months. Ryde, as some of you would be aware, put forward a joint regional authority with Lane Cove and Hunters Hill. More so for the new members here tonight, as I did go through this before, but I'll keep it brief. So they had 3 financial criteria: debt, and lastly we met their efficiency criteria, showing that we had a decline in real operating expenditure into the future. So despite meeting those 3 very important and probably the most important of the 4 criteria, we failed on the end for business in this city. So to have your support, Tony, and the support of the organisation was very important.
Because that's a really important part of what we do. Love your tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Grant Marshall, for the offer to speak to you tonight. My preferment is to speak about new membership because I know that you're max dynamite. So before you go and relax on Bondi Beach, or perhaps take a trip to the United States, would you please answer me one question, and that is, who shot the barman? Thank you.
The run is on this Sunday. It's 3.2 kilometres. It starts down at Kissing Point Park. It runs up Princess Street, across Morrison Road, down towards Victoria Road, and then just turn around and do it again. It's 3.2 kilometres, same distance as the Melbourne Cup. And we hope that it will also be running a similar time. In the few seconds that I've got left, I just want to acknowledge Deputy Mayor Roy Maggio, who's worked tirelessly to approach a number of businesses connected with us here in Ryde who are supporting this event, as of course Royal Rehab are one of the beneficiaries from the fundraising on the day. So quickly let me acknowledge the City of Ryde, Attlees, Country Garden, Bresic Whitney, Delitalia, Dragon Eye Properties, Cox's Road Mall, Masters Home Building, Fraser's Property, Little Zack's Academy, Drevas Property Group and the Royal Hotel. Thank them all, local businesses, and particularly thank committee member Roy Maggio.
Elevator pitch ready, because we're going to draw Business of the Month. This is only open to members, and if I draw you out, you can come up to the microphone and talk about your business for 60 seconds. I'll also promote it in our e-news, which is going out on Wednesday, and will go out in a fortnight's time, and you'll be on our website for at least another 12 months. So this is a good promotion, a good opportunity if you've got something special happening for Christmas, if you want to offer a discount to members only, and I hope everyone's got their cards in. Now, who can we get to draw this? What about Stephen Lowndes? Because you're going to be our next speaker. Who is the best dressed bookmaker in town, I tell you. Look at this man. He's even got the money in his pocket from all these bets he's taken.
Oh, there you go.
George Papalo, Referee International. George, come to the microphone. George is Right Business Forum's treasurer and has been for the last 3 years. He's also part of Rotary International. So, George, over to you for a moment.
That's for words. Well, look, people know that I was involved with Macquarie Community College for 15 years. I retired about 5 years ago, and I've taken back to a considerable interest in the AITD, the Australian Institute of Training and Development. I'm on the board of that as well, and I would certainly recommend that trainers would do very well to be a member of the AITD. If you'd like to join it, please come and see me. I'd be thrilled to be able to help you get membership. We conduct a number of programs which are free to members, which are very good, and if you want to rub shoulders with some of the best trainers, certainly in Sydney, come and join the AITD. Thank you.
Okay, but I've been told to mention that this bucket has a little bit of significance. What would that be, John?
Well, thank you. Tony, when we ran into each other at the front door, I hope I didn't hurt you, and you told me about your recent illness and the marvels of modern medicine, that they can make a diagnosis and an operation, some medication. You're 100%, you're back at boot camp, you're playing soccer and behaving like a man 20 years younger. And it reminded me starkly how modern medicine has advanced in the treatment of virtually every disease, and the extraordinary work that Jim and Steve do here. But motor neurone disease has had no advancement whatsoever in the treatment until about 6 months ago, when a trial was commenced, and for the first time it is arresting the condition, the symptoms, for between a year and 2 years. And this is a drug combination that is treating the inflammation around the motor neurons, that's giving relief or holding people in the condition that they were diagnosed in for up to 2 years. There is no known cause. There's about 2,000 people who are suffering from motor neurone disease. Once you've been diagnosed, your average life expectancy is 27 months. I'm doing this because I had 2 friends who were diagnosed with motor neurone disease within a couple of months of each other, just a few years ago, and sadly neither of those people, very good people, are with us still. One was quite a young man and a great tennis player, Brad Druitt, and his beautiful wife is joining us on the 21st of November at Eastwood for the final leg. We had promised to walk 100 Ks, and when that's we, that's me, myself and I, 100 Ks around Bennelong, to go to virtually every school, every shopping centre, every retirement village, everyone who will talk to us, and try to raise $10,000. This is day 7, and we have done 109 kilometres already. Wow. And so just a typical case of a politician, under-promising and over-delivering. But when I hear Hollywood people say the most humbling experience, I think, yeah, they're about to receive an Academy Award. Sure, you're humble, you're as proud as pie. The most humbling thing is the generosity of people, and it has been just extraordinary. And sometimes you've got to tell people, please don't give that much. That's too much, and they're giving you $50, and you wonder whether they can really afford it. The generosity from our big businesses in Macquarie Park, who often as a corporate gave a $1,000 cheque, and then their staff at a group like this passed my little thing around and made everybody donate. Just pass that around, please. And so we are way in front of our plan to raise $10,000. So again, it's one of these things that we know about our community. This is a community that has the biggest heart and soul of any, and Tony, it is a great place to be. So thank you very much for your support. I'll thank you in advance, and I'll wait until it's done a full round before I leave. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask a question?
You just did.
A website where I can donate if I don't have...
Yes, you can go to my website.
Yeah?
Yep.
So what would that be?
That's johnalexander.com, whatever it is, and if you go John Alexander MP, and that will get you there. It's got to be simple so I can find it. Thank you. All right, good on you.
Already realised this place is really, really special. It's
Thanks, Tony. Very, very kind words from you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always a wonderful opportunity to host our colleagues in the Right Business Forum. We're very proud members of the forum and do like to think that we're good corporate citizens and good community participants in the place where we work and live. I know a lot of you do know us, but there are always new faces here. So just very, very briefly, I'll give you a thumbnail sketch of Royal Rehab. We are a public company limited by guarantee. We have a board of independent, non-paid voluntary directors. We receive a fair bit of our recurrent funding from New South Wales Health, in return for which we provide specialist rehab services, inpatient, outpatient and home-based services, particularly for people with traumatic brain injury and traumatic spinal cord injury. And I'll just pause very briefly. All the accolades that Tony and others have given me at Royal Rehab. I have Dr. Clayton King here, who's Director of Medical Services and Director of our Brain Injury Unit, and he's one of the guys that actually does do the clinical stuff, the very brilliant stuff. Also Associate Professor Julie Pryor hiding in the back, who does a lot about our service development. I have Chris Thompson, the CFO here. Delia Gray was here. Delia Gray oversees our disability support services, and what is often not known or seen is that we provide support for approximately 130, 150 clients out in the community, including one of our wonderful friends here, Andrew, to help them live as independent lives as they can, and we do that in about 35 different homes in the community. Recently started with us as our marketing manager, and I will also introduce Lisa Chen. Lisa has recently joined us on land that was bought back in 1906. Of course, we've converted a lot of that land into this building. It's a magnificent facility, vocational rehabilitation services to help those people on that journey. But other things become very, very important and significant in their lives, particularly sport, recreation, leisure, and there's a lot of very wonderful initiatives going.